All right, welcome back. So I have got the battery in it, so we're going to go ahead and plug in the battery and perform a test just to make sure everything is working. Battery is fully charged. Get this thing plugged in. There we go. And I am noticing all the stitching on the clothes. It's not as clean as I'd say the first one was. The stitching looks like it's stretching and starting to pull apart, especially around like this knee area right here. But is what it is. We know these jerseys aren't going to last. I was going to put some protection on the elbows, and I still might, but I noticed that the jersey quality isn't as good. See a lot of white stitching coming through the black, like it's been overstretched. Really a thin material on this thing, but it is what it is. We're going to go ahead, got the batteries put in here. We're going to power up the remote, and we're going to turn on, let it sit. So it is telling us our battery is full. It's flashing power on. We're going to go ahead and turn on the flywheel. You can hear it spinning up. We're going to make sure this turns opposite. We're going to center our steering. And it's lock to lock really hard. You can hear the gyros almost at full tilt. So we are green, everything's ready to go. That's mode 2, mode 3, mode 2, mode 1. And I'm kind of curious if this quick start guide works now. I mean, they should have all this up and going already. I know on the first one nothing was ready, but they are having computer issues. So the quick start guide looks like it's going to quick start guide LOSI's ProMoto's channel. So this quick start guide that's on here is making you watch the video, and of course you get to watch commercials first, but it goes right to LOSI's quick start guide on YouTube when you go ahead and scan the quick start guide, which is pretty cool. So this is now working. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the flywheel off. You can hear that drag brake kicking in. The remote's beeping yellow, telling us not to operate it. We're going to let it power down, get the battery unplugged, and then we're going to go out and run it. Seems like everything is working. There we go. Everything's off. Unplug the battery. There we go. So I'm going to get this thing loaded up. We're going to get it out, take it out for a rip. All right, we are going to do some known issues with this thing. I'm going to try to stop the feet from coming off using some double-sided tape, just in hopes to get it to stick a little bit better. Not a big fan of double-sided tape because it's so hard to get, especially when you cut it properly with scissors. It's hard to get that protector off of there. So I'm going to just try to wrap this around the peg and then shove his foot in. You don't catch it, and then it will literally start to eat the boot up. We'll see how that does. Doesn't seem to be a long-term deal, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just silicone them into place. But his feet do seem to stick a little bit better. And then the next thing I'm going to do is turn up these side bumpers to where his feet don't hit. And then the last thing I'm going to do is try to protect his elbows on the jersey. So this was just some Scotch mount double-sided tape, indoor, extreme, outdoor. Extreme. Who knows if extreme, it feels regular, feels like just normal double-sided tape. So these elbows right here, I got some green verde, or some vert in some other language, and we're going to wrap up his elbows, and I might put something around his waist to where I can get maybe something better. To protect his elbows. Just picked all this stuff up at Home Depot. I imagine that the electrical tape will get eaten through pretty quickly. So this is just going to be a temporary solution. I'm going to try to make it real thick on literally the elbow itself. just to try to help protect it. And then I did receive right in here a hole from the pin, I think because his jersey was coming up, just to protect his bobblehead. Now he's going to have a green helmet. Like I said, this is just a temporary solution, since we do know that some of these areas are notorious for getting damage. And then the green doesn't stand out so much. And that's it. So now that I got all that done, I'm gonna go ahead and finish loading this thing up. We're right around the corner from the park, and we're gonna load this thing up. And we're gonna go out and rip it. We'll be right back. All right, up here at the BMX track, a mob is right here with the Ciron e-bikes. They just showed up in a big Sprinter van, probably about 20 of them, and they're ripping up the course over there. So they have posted signs about e-bikes. So is this considered an e-bike? Are we going to get kicked off the track? Are they going to get kicked off the track? California's got something in the works. I want to say it's like Bill 305 or 503, something of that sort, trying to ban the use of e-bikes unless you're licensed. Now that's an M2 license. We're going to kick on the flywheel here, let it warm up. So ban the use. If you're 12 and under, you can't ride it. If you're 12 and older, you can get training and get an M2 license. Well, is that M2 license going to allow you to ride a regular motorcycle at the age of 12 years? Or are they going to, I'm sure there's going to be restrictions on it. Kind of like they had back when I was going to junior high, when mopeds became popular. Kids were riding them to school. They were making us plate them, not necessarily get a license, but you had to plate it and get it registered. This thing should be ready to rip. So we're just going to take it easy and see how this thing does in the dirt out here. Since I haven't had the chance to run one in the dirt, I think it's going to be pretty cool. Oh, already fell down. Looks like they're coming over here now. Oh, right onto that elbow. Jumps real good like this because it's trying to keep it level. Oh. That it'll slide out. Slid out in the soft sand. Not too bad, pretty fun. Like to see if I can get something together. It's actually doing better than I thought it would here. Ooh. Fell into a hole or a dip. The feet are staying on the pegs. Ooh, those rocks. That soft sand right about there is pretty hard. This right in here, this soft sand, is making it hard for me. Everywhere else seems to be okay, and the gyro is really taking an effect, and these big rocks aren't helping. Really struggling right now. Yeah, turning. Ooh, definitely harder than it looks on a track. but fun. Jumps good. Oh, didn't like that at all. Trying to jump in the turn. I think they're right about the better tires. Can't wait to get some better tires. Really need speed to get this thing right. Feet are still on the pegs, which is nice. Oh, that I heard a snap. Didn't break anything, but it probably is broke in now. For me, it's probably more fun on road. So, number plate all messed up, but everywhere else we taped is doing perfect. Boots are doing perfect. Wheels are doing perfect. Oh, brake trim. Probably needs some adjustment. There's not much movement on this cable, and the cable is jamming up. You see that? So it's jammed right there. Yeah, it's not retracting all the way. It's not retracting. Got some dirt in it and holding up the brake, front brake travel. As you see, the brake's locked. Probably an adjustment there. Chain is not hitting the frame. Battery's already down to its last bar, so we're done. I'm gonna turn this thing off. Well, turn the flywheel off. So the only other area I'd probably recommend taping up is probably this number plate and this back area, which I knew about, but they do give you extra stickers when it gets destroyed. Oh, and we did lose the muffler tab, so I'll walk the track and see if I can find that so I can glue it back on. But other than that, everything's doing just like all the videos. Definitely a fun RC. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this, power this thing off now. So let me walk this track real quick and see if I can find this muffler. You think it would be pretty noticeable considering it's a new black part. There it is right there, standing out right here. Sticker fell off now. The little sticker. There we go. It's back in. Keep the little decal, I guess. But for the most part, it's exactly what I thought it was going to do in dirt. Can't wait to get the street tires so that I can run it on road. But I might start modifying it to run 3S. I think that's where I'm at with it. Gonna get this battery pack charged up a little more, do a little bit more ripping, and see how much fun I can have with this thing. But the whole e-bike thing, the kids came and gone. They're back in the hills somewhere, and I just didn't think that was right. Seeing what California is trying to do for the whole e-bike, they're telling you to go green, and then when kids and people are going green, they're going to make more rules and regulations, just like I feel they're going to do with electric vehicles. Since there's so much tax on fuel, they're going to have to find a way to tax all the electric vehicles. And then during these summer months, we're literally getting notification not to charge your electric cars. Seems like that's the parent who brought all the e-bikes here. Getting a little looks like lecture on all these e-bikes are here, and that's probably why he's on a regular bike trying to get his pedal on. But looks like he brought his kid and his kid's friends down here just to have some fun. I mean, at least they're not in traffic like in downtown Los Angeles, where I've been seeing all these e-bikes swarming the city streets of LA, not obeying any of the stop signs, rules, regulations. They're just ripping down in downtown Los Angeles, and I think that's what's making a lot of these rules, or trying to get this regulation passed on e-bikes. But it's swarmed this area so much so that they had to do this posting over here: no motorized vehicles or motorized bicycles. Which, if that's not straight and to the point, I don't know what is. They're basically telling them they can't be up here to go ride on public streets, and don't ride in the parks or the trails out here. Which, I don't know, that's kind of like what they're doing to us RC enthusiasts. They're telling us that we can't run at parks and that kind of stuff. They've already 2024 have banned the small combustion engine for sale here in California. You can still use your vehicles in 2024, but I think by 2027 or 8 they're going to ban it to where gardeners can't even use it. And right now, most gardening companies carrying 50 plus more batteries still don't have enough to complete their day. And since the equipment's so weak, it's taking them twice as long to get the job done. So expect to see gardeners out here with their 2-stroke engines doubling their price, or landscape companies getting busy to put a bunch of cactuses everywhere, and we're not going to have any green out here. Why grow grass and green things that you got to trim to make your property look nice, vegetation look nice? Let's make it look like a desert. It's just going to make people run over to Arizona, buy more lawnmowers over there. They still haven't figured out what they're going to do about that, about smuggling in 2-strokes to California just to get jobs done. But there we go. Got her all broke in. I'm gonna give it a once over, make sure everything's still cool with it, get out and rip again, and I might be at the point where I want to throw 3S on this thing. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.